Now of late I've started looking at these biodiversity gardening and trying to help our endangered species to find safe places so that they can live. And as I started covering the our native plants, started looking at them more closely, and then it's now quite clear to me that unless we make efforts to get all these forest plants into our gardens, they will all vanish within a generation. And so as I started looking at this natural gardening and biodiversity gardening and all, this our India, in olden days, before this colonial era, when these colonial chaps, they started bringing exotic plants, and then in the modern times, uh, we are getting flooded with exotic species from far off places, and filling up our gardens with those foreign plants, whereas our own Indian plants are getting they're disappearing in the wild. So when I started looking at the traditional gardens, when I recollect what was there in my grandmother's house and all, this jasmine came to my mind. And then as I started looking at the species, I was amazed to discover that there are over 30 species of jasmine in India, native jasmine, and some 14 or 15 of them are endemic. That means they only occur in India. And these jasmines have been in Indian gardens for thousands of years. Since Vedic times, they appreciated this jasmine, and then it got used in this rituals and all, and also as a herb. So I come across some 3 or 4 jasmines now in this Western Ghats region. This is a particularly nice specimen, and some of these jasmines, they are difficult to get the exact identity. In city gardens and all and nurseries and all, you get some species of jasmine. Some 5 or 10 are available in. You go walk into any nursery, you will get. But the balance, about 20 are not in our garden. They are only occurring in the forest. So this is one of them. It is either Jasmine malabaricum, or there are 2 more that experts said. When I put it up for identification, 2, 3 more were shown. This is one. It has and very fragrant also. But it seems to be different from the other one I saw just nearby. This one doesn't have that pink. So this is one of them, and they have these berries also. Finally, it becomes a black berry which birds are eating, and these jasmine species all over India they are there. So whichever area you live in, you can go and search for your own area's wild jasmines. If you go out into some forest and neglected areas and all, you will find them. And you can get them and keep them in your gardens. That's one way to save these more rare varieties of jasmine. Apart from that, new jasmine species are getting discovered also. Few years back, a new one was found. So there are probably another 5 or 10 jasmine species that are waiting to be discovered in India. And of course, some of these jasmine are used to make perfumes, and then they're grown as a commercial crop, and then there's a big business of these jasmines for temples and weddings and all kind of events. Our people use these jasmine. So we are going to look at 3 different jasmine plants today. One I already showed. This is the second one. This one has some little reddish. These flower buds are more in pink color. That other one was full white, pure white only. And also when you look at the flower, this lower portion is pink in this. So either this could be another species or not. I'm not sure. Only an expert can tell, because some of them have minor differences. This jasmine species, but both are very fragrant. This one, you can see it has pink. I don't know what this part is called. That stem, I think, flower stem. It's pink. And even the flower buds, jasmine flower buds are very nice here in this. And the flower looks somewhat similar only. And in the wild, they climb. They are a bit untidy climbers like this. These jasmine are. They can be climbed onto balconies and all. That was the second jasmine. This is another plant. This also has this some differences there. That color of the flower buds and all. So now we saw 3 plants. You can see the 4th one also. There's one more here. This is once again not pink. This is white only. And leaves of both these varieties look very similar. This pink as well as this white. But the flower some small difference may be there in the flower buds and size of the flowers. And these jasmine, they provide lot of nectar to birds and all. This butterflies and all. And it's if for a biodiversity or natural garden, native plants garden and all, jasmine is a must. It's an essential species. Try to get the common ones first. If you don't have any jasmine, if you have the common ones, look around and try to acquire some more varieties, because if there are 30 of them and only 10 are commercially, I mean, they're there in gardens and all, the other 20 are waiting to be accommodated into somebody's garden and to get a chance to survive. And these are very hardy species also. There's not much, because they are native of India, they survive very well without much care. This is the 4th or 5th plant I am showing. This is also, this has that pink structure, the pink flower buds. And it's, this location is quite harsh and difficult location.